Second. We are going to go with some Final Fantasy. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Bring up my screen so I can see what all you lovely people have to say. On my other computer, I don't have two screens yet. Eventually. There we go. Hey, alien. Yes, I'm alive. It's been a long time. Hello from Florida. A lot of crap has happened. You too as well. You too as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to streaming. We are in Orlando, Kissimmee actually. The Studio 6 we're living in right now is in Kissimmee, but we're gonna buy a place. I ended up with an annuity. My aunt died and left me with that, and things in Mississippi just got too janked up. And so we said to hell with it. And I said one day, wait a minute, we can take this anywhere. And I finally just said, hey, let's go to Florida. We came on a wing and a prayer about a month and a half ago, and here we are. I want to change my size of my screen just a little bit. There, that way you don't have to see the chat. There we go. I think that, there, okay, that did block it out. I had to start a new character, increase mic and lower game audio. Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to get this thing fixed. I got a new mic and everything. So let's lower this to about 15 and increase mic. Okay. All right, let's try that. Maybe let's go -12, -11. We'll see if that works. Did that help? You will have to tell me because I don't have it on. Better, but is it not? It's not great. The mic is like way down here. No, it's good. Okay, good. All right. We'll go with it then. Lost my main character, so I'm having to re-level everything again. But yeah, we had to buy new computers, new equipment. The only thing I was able to keep was my laptop. Everything was infested. Enough said. I'll let you figure out what I mean. Yeah, I have an issue with characters, I know. I couldn't remember what my email was. I don't know what email I had it tied to. I tried to get with Final Fantasy, Square Enix. They couldn't figure it out. But yeah, we came to Florida. We brought Uber and Lyft, and we've been doing good with it. We've been kind of sick this week. We lost another cat. Got her back Sunday. When I say it was too much living with the in-laws, it was. It just was bullcrap at this point, and I just wasn't going to deal with it anymore. Was tired of the drinking, tired of the doping. My brother-in-law lost Callie. She's my baby girl. But we got her back. She's a little injured. She got a collar wrapped around her, but she's okay. We at least have her back. I'm gonna up my light a little bit here. Yeah. And I was arrested in the whole deal. He called the police. I have a misdemeanor. I got a lawyer on it. I could serve up to a year in jail. Everybody says I should be all right. Fingers crossed. Cops threw me to the ground. I've had pain in my chest for a month. It's getting better. Non-compliance. The cop was wanting to ask me questions, and I was just trying to get out of there. This was when we couldn't find Callie. Because he had called on a Sunday, we had worked all day, and we were up for like 30 hours straight. What we did was we hightailed it back to Mississippi and got the other cats, because we didn't bring the cats initially. We just brought the dogs, because this was going to be a 3 or a 4 day trial. Down here, it ended up a week, it ended up 2 weeks, it ended up a month. Uber and Lyft is that good down here. And so he called me, or he called my wife actually, and he was in tears. I've lost Callie, I can't find her. And it was on a Sunday. We had worked like 8 or 9 hours. This was like about 5 o'clock that night. And so we got in the car, we hightailed it. We were in Gulfport that morning at 1 o'clock or so Central Time. I walk in, he's sitting in a goddamn stupor. He's drunk, he's high as shit, because he does marijuana illegally. He would be a felon because he has weapons. I wish the Gulfport PD would get a hold of this video and go check it out. It's 703 Samuel Street. And so him and I got into a fight, a yelling fight, and he was so buzzed and high and drunk, he called the cops. So the cops showed up. Jade was walking around looking for Callie, couldn't find her. And I was trying to get out of there. I was basically, I had the dogs on the leash. I was getting ready to load them back up, because we had brought them with us. And we were loading the cats in, and the cop wanted to talk, and yes, I said fuck you to the cop. I did. I was highly emotional, and I mean, 2 of them, they tripped me up, pulled my feet out from under me, and I hit the sidewalk. I was in pain right in here. You really can't see it. Yeah, I know, I was a dummy. I got a lawyer. They're saying that he can get me off. Everybody is saying don't worry about it. I won't serve any jail time. Blah 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 blah. I hope not. But I was highly upset. But we got Callie back. She's over there sleeping. Because we had lost Tuxedo the year earlier. We got him back. These are 2 damn lucky cats. That we were able to get them both back. So, I love living down here. I love the weather. Yep, I hope so. We're gonna most likely, we're thinking of buying a mobile home. Mobiles are fairly nice down here. They're not trashed like they are in Mississippi. And we got 2 new cars. not that had nothing to do with the annuity. That was done before I even knew my aunt had died. Um, so I've spent some of the annuity getting all new equipment. We've got both brand new computers, brand new mics, brand new monitors. I do need to get a second monitor still, but that'll wait. The stuff, my good brother-in-law, David, the younger one, went over and actually grabbed the old PS5s. I gave him my Nintendo Switch. He sold them because GameStop wouldn't even buy the PS5s. They were so infested. And then her and I are just getting over a week of being real sick. I don't know if our body was cleaning out all the crap or not. It very well could have been. I mean, COVID, we wonder if it wasn't a mild case. It all stayed upper respiratory, because if you know me, whenever I get sick, I have a month's worth of coughing. I didn't get it this time. But terrible head cold. I mean, but what was funny is the extreme sweating. We didn't have a fever. The extreme sweating and the exhaustion. Today is my first day in, what, a week that I finally feel okay, probably? She's still not great. We haven't worked in, I think, the day or two before we went to go get Callie. So it's been a week. But I think I'm going to be able to go back and do some work tomorrow. But yeah, it could have been COVID, just the way that it reacted. But no, this was always the dream, to get to Florida. And it just hit me about 3 months ago. What the heck are we doing sitting here in Mississippi? My Uber account won't work, but Lyft does just fine. I don't need to run both of them here. It's so busy. You pick somebody up and the next ride request comes in. We're literally, what would you say, 3 miles from the gate, honey? Are we about 3 miles from the gate? Disney. We're literally sitting about 3 miles from Walt Disney World right now. Probably 10-ish to Universal. Yes, we're going to get tickets. We're going to get the annual passes. I got to see what happens with this misdemeanor thing. The lawyer got it delayed until February 2nd. So I gotta start all over with all my games. World of Warcraft. I'm kind of getting back into that again too. This, Call of Duty. Fortnite's the only game I didn't have to start all over. But because Call of Duty was on my PS5, I don't think I'm gonna get them again. I just, we did get Steam Decks. We got the handheld. I may get a Nintendo just because of Nintendo games, but I don't know if I'm going to get the other consoles. I really don't. Okay, back in. God, this mouse is a little bit too quick. I'm going to have to lower it. Where are we going? Up that way? Yeah. So have you been playing any games lately? Anything new or just the same old stuff? Too busy. Diablo is cool. Yeah. I've been doing Diablo 4. Again, my account got compromised there. So I guess I'm just going to stick with 14 and World of Warcraft, some Diablo. I have twin snakes now. Wow. 270. A little too dark. Switch it to that. That's a little bit more of a blue light effect. That actually looks a little bit better. Oh, I've left him way behind here. Ah. Okay. I guess it's time to go to Sastasha. I don't even care about this story crap at this point. I've done this so many times. So you can bring in NPCs in the lower ones now. I'm going to see if I can get someone in less than 5 minutes. We'll try it. Kill some crap. So that's 70. Oh, that's right. This is what I need to do. Put this here. Put this here. No. Kind of reverse this a little bit. I gotta see if that's set up right. That's 88. And that's 82. Okay. So the other one is fine. What am I? Oh, I'm in this dude. Okay. I think I was in it to do it. I checked it and I forgot about it. It's alright. It's all XP. I like this. I like what they've done with this player commendation thing. No, I'm not picking my nose. My skin is just completely dried out. Alright, are we stuck? Wouldn't let me out. Yeah, I had that checked accidentally. That's alright. I heard a horn out there. I thought it was ours. Someone just arrived into Final Fantasy to you. Good morning or good afternoon. I think it's more like afternoon where I am at. Leveling a new character. Since I lost the password to mine. Yes, I know these are 2 levels under what I should be doing, but... I'm waiting to go into a dungeon, so it's like, I'll just kill what I can right now. Of course, I might have to go and get all my flying again. Damage is increased if I use the other one. Maybe that would be the better one to use. Maybe go with every other one. It still kind of looks like it's dark in here. I mean, pop in a couple. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Pull my finger. Ow! He's climbing my leg. There. Oh, that time. Okay. That time it logged out. Alright. So, we've done that. Let's do heroes on the half shell and Sastasha. I may just have to go in with some NPCs and get it. This part's going quick. Where's the flame? Where's the flame? There it is. He's almost got done. Try to get him a little closer. There we go. I should go do my 20 quests for Pug. Gold saucer, yeah. I'm just at the point, it's like, I've seen this 4, 5, 6 times. Screw it, let's move on. I gotta get my bird too. This is it. Yeah. Here. Seriously? I'm level 21 and I aggroed an 11? Are you kidding me? Beat up the tacos. Taco, taco. I really need to go down here to drive out, man. What? What, honey?
Come on, I'm like, wait till you hear.
Well, like I said, it'll probably be about 6 months. Wife was able to get her account back. Oh, the levies. Okay. Yeah, unlock this crap. That's another one of those Beckham rooms. Pain in the arse. Wrong way. Forgot I gotta go up this way. Mortified up here a bit. way. Head toward this quest. Oh, I got... Wait a minute. Quit it! Someone's knitting at something. I guess do that. God, I'm getting these quick. I may just have to run Stasha with the trust. Almost out of food. Get it in time? All right. I've got to go get something to eat. I will be back momentarily. No turkey here today. If anything, we'll go out tonight. We got a little kitchenette. That's about it. Hi, Shashi. Want to go on the camera, baby? Is this the one that spins? This microwave?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Here, Shashi. Come here. Say hi to the folks. Say hi. See? Yeah, there's Shashi. Yeah. It was her mama that got lost. All right. Come on. So she's like, I don't want to be on it. Yeah, I'm a shy boy. Well, Mickey's acting out. As soon as I pick somebody else up, wait till they come. Where my keys? There's Odie. Come here. Go see your boy. Mama don't like her microphone. She says they won't get it.
Huh?
You don't like your microphone.
Yeah, I do. I just was trying to use my headset because I figured it would be quieter.
Well, maybe
Don't
it,
pick up as much.
well, maybe at times, yeah. I actually had to turn up the gain. Aileen said it was low. But see, it's not right up on her face.
Yeah.
That's the other part. Breakfast at 1:30, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I have Carol order me some.
Oh, my.
So I'm going to be eating here for a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go away for a few minutes. I'm just going to be right back. And okay, that muted everything real quick. All right, so we'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna probably just watch a video or two while I eat. Then we'll be back. Sit tight.
HD, you hate me, chopper spit JC. I don't appreciate if you hate.
Hey friends, this is your Keston, and in this video we are discussing about the PS Vita 2 release date and its overall looks, plus how much PS Vita 2 is powerful as a handheld console. Can PS Vita 2 beat Switch and other handheld console? Let's discuss in this video. The speculation of the PS Vita 2 has surely reinvigorated the love for handheld gaming amongst the fans, and a dedicated portable way to play PS5 games is exciting news. The PS Vita 2 is much more powerful than the Nintendo Switch, however it can also run latest games with enhanced graphics as compared to the Switch. The PS Vita 2 looks almost same like the original Vita, but in big size, screen resolution, and buttons are more glossy just like PS5 controller.
The PlayStation Vita has aged like fine wine, and owning a modded Vita in 2023 is better than it's ever been before. Here are a few reasons why you should own a modded PlayStation Vita in 2023. For starters, retro emulation has been improved greatly, specifically for N64 and Dreamcast. Up next, the homebrew scene is absolutely ridiculous. There are so many great independently developed games, and more keep getting added on a regular basis. And lastly, we've seen a massive influx of PC and Android ports being migrated over to the PlayStation Vita.
Why I own so many Nintendo Switch consoles.
The Mario-only Switch. I did not realize that there was this many Mario-specific games on the Switch, and we're going to get like 10 more in the next year. The Zelda-only Switch. This is probably my favorite one, honestly. The Splatoon-only Switch. Bit of a side note, but this is probably the best looking special edition Nintendo Switch. But it's weird because there's only 2 Splatoon games on Nintendo Switch and like 15 Mario games. They could have made a much cooler looking Nintendo Switch for Mario. The Nintendo Switch that I mostly use because it's for everything else. The one that I got because I wanted at least one type of every Switch, but I literally never use this thing. It's a glorified paperweight. And the day one Switch that is bricked at this point. Yeah, I know the controllers are backwards, but that's because I actually got the...
Today we're going to be going over the top 3 mods that you need on your PlayStation Vita. At number 1, of course, we got PKGJ. This allows you to pretty much play any PlayStation Vita game for free, any language.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here.
How can you trust the reviews you're reading? Introducing FakeSpot by Mozilla.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again with the recent release of the Steam Deck OLED. I've had a lot of people asking about kind of a comparison video between 3 of the most popular units on the market right now, at least in the US. We've got the Steam Deck OLED, the ROG Ally, and the Lenovo Legion Go. These are the three main ones that really keep popping up in the comments, so I figured we'd go ahead and face them off against each other. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of stuff here: performance, overall form factor, battery life, and by the end of this video, I'll let you know exactly which one I prefer using more. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the specs of all three of these units. So obviously, Steam Deck OLED is the newest one on the list, and they're offering two different SKUs here. You can get 512 gigabytes of storage for $549 or 1 terabyte drive for $649. But remember, all three of these units do support a micro SD card. Usually I go up to 1 terabyte. Definitely add some storage really easily to any of these. A lot of you may know that there are two versions of the ROG Ally, but we're only going to be talking about the good one, the Z1 Extreme. And ASUS only offers one storage SKU here, 512 gigabytes for $699. I have seen this go on sale quite frequently around the holidays, so definitely keep your eye out. And finally, the Lenovo Legion Go, 512 for $699 or a 1 terabyte unit for $749. And one thing to keep in mind with the Legion Go is this is the only one we're taking a look at that has detachable controllers, but it is a pretty hefty boy when you compare it to the rest. On screen now, I've got the specs for all three of these units, and with the Steam Deck OLED, we've got a 6nm custom AMD APU. The cores are based on Zen 2. We've got 4 of them with 8 threads, and this will do up to 3.5 gigahertz. The Ally and the Go both have the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, which is based on Zen 4. They also have 8 cores and 16 threads with a boost up to 5.1 gigahertz. And I'll tell you, in raw CPU performance, clock for clock, the Z1 Extreme trumps that custom AMD APU and the Steam Deck OLED all day long. I mean, it's definitely a really powerful CPU, given that we have 8 cores and 16 threads based on Zen 4. For instance, I recently ran Geekbench 6 on the new Steam Deck OLED. Single core, 1126, multi, 3918. It actually looks like we're getting a jump over the 7nm chip they had in the LCD Steam Deck, but it's still not a giant jump in performance. And remember, we can only go up to 15 watts in the Steam Deck the way it sits out of the box. So on the ROG Ally, set the TDP to 15 watts across the board. We score a 1,644, 8,068. I mean, as you can see here, giant jump in performance in single and multi. But with that Z1 Extreme, we've got the option to take the wattage up even more. And at 25 watts, we're now at 2,440 on single, 10,703 on multi. And totally maxed out, we can get up into the 12,000s multi-core with the Z1 Extreme. Moving over to graphics, the Steam Deck OLED has an RDNA 2 based 8 compute unit iGPU running at up to 1600 MHz. The Z1 Extreme has an RDNA 3 based iGPU with 12 compute units up to 2700 MHz. And yeah, again, kind of just like the CPU, if we don't have to worry about battery life, if we don't have to worry about energy efficiency, this RDNA 3 12CU iGPU will eat up the Steam Deck all day long. But unfortunately, battery life is something we need to worry about with these handhelds because they're portable gaming PCs. All three of these handhelds have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and when it comes to the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck OLED, it's running at 6400 megatransfers per second. In the Legion Go, it's 7500. It's actually using LPDDR5X, so we do have faster RAM there, and theoretically, faster RAM should equate to better iGPU performance, because with integrated graphics, we are using system memory as VRAM. With all three of these systems, we do have the ability to get in there and upgrade our SSD. But with the Steam Deck OLED, we can opt to get 512 or 1 terabyte straight out of the box. With the ROG Ally, it's locked right there at 512. That's the highest version we can get at the time of making this video. And the Legion Go does offer 512 or 1 terabyte. But again, we can upgrade this pretty easily in all three of these handhelds. One of the most important things for a handheld gaming PC is the display, and I'm going to go ahead and say it right off the bat. The Steam Deck OLED has the best display now. They did an amazing job upgrading this to an OLED panel. It's absolutely beautiful. Even though we have a maximum resolution of 800p, I mean, this thing really pops, plus it supports HDR. It's a 90Hz OLED panel, 600 nits of brightness standard, but with HDR enabled, it will do up to 1000 nits. And the viewing angles are miles ahead of both of these other handhelds, the Legion Go and the ROG Ally. It's just a really nice display they opted to use. The ROG Ally has a 7-inch IPS display, which looks absolutely amazing for an IPS. Viewing angles are pretty good there too, but they really don't compare to an OLED panel. Up to 120 Hz, it is a 16:9 aspect ratio and 1080p, plus we have FreeSync, which is something I think should be in all of these handhelds, at least going forward. Having that FreeSync enabled really does make a difference when you can't quite hit that 60 FPS mark and you might work with a little bit of tearing. FreeSync will totally alleviate any kind of tearing at all, and in my opinion, it really does make it feel like a smoother experience. And finally, for the screens, the Legion Go does have a big boy. It's an 8.8 inch up to 144 Hz. It's got a 16:10 aspect ratio and a resolution of 2560 by 1600, which in my opinion is definitely a bit overkill for these handhelds. But, you know, in kind of docked mode, watching a video on it, it's really great to be able to go up to that resolution. And again, it's an IPS. It looks great, but it just doesn't compare to an OLED panel. They really just can't. 97% DCI-P3 and a maximum brightness of 500 nits. Another nice little upgrade for the OLED Steam Deck is Wi-Fi 6E. Both of the other handhelds have always had Wi-Fi 6E. They've also got Bluetooth 5.2, but the Steam Deck does beat it out there with 5.3. Really, in my opinion, doesn't make too much of a difference there. But having that Wi-Fi 6 really increases those download speeds, especially when you're downloading really, really large games. They also upgraded the battery to a 50 watt-hour battery. We've still got 45 watt fast charging with the Steam Deck OLED. ROG Ally is coming in with a 40 watt-hour battery, 65 watt fast charging, and the Legion Go 49.2 watt-hour with 65 watt fast charging. Before we even move over to the battery life section of this video, if you're looking for the best battery life out of all three of these handhelds, Steam Deck OLED is definitely where it's at. The operating system on the Steam Deck is much different than the others also. We've got SteamOS, which is Linux, and on the Ally and the Legion Go, Windows 11. Weight is another deciding factor for a lot of people. Steam Deck OLED is coming in at 640 grams. They actually lowered this by 29 grams versus the LCD. The ROG Ally is coming in the lightest out of all three at 608 grams. And the Lenovo Legion Go is coming in as the chunkiest boy at 854 grams. Now that's with the controllers attached. They do list it with and without, but really, I mean, you're not going to be playing on it without those controllers attached in handheld mode, so if it's on the table, I really don't need to worry about the weight.
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big. Are you still using Prime? Because at this point, it's...
Moving over to performance. Now, we do have to kind of make this fair because the Steam Deck can only max out at up to 15 watts. So I'm actually going to be running these against the Steam Deck at 15 watts, and then we'll face them off against each other at 30 watts. So we'll just kind of take it on up and see which one is coming out on top. And with all of these tests, I am working with an uncapped frame rate. And with the built-in benchmark for Cyberpunk 2077 at 720p, I had to connect this to my game capture. It defaults to 720. FSR set to performance. At a 15 watt TDP, the Steam Deck OLED managed 51.03 FPS. The Legion Go only got 43.07, and the ROG Ally actually managed 51.02, and I'm kind of impressed here because Asus has been doing a lot of tweaking and tuning with the TDP presets. It's actually pretty cool to see that we're getting real close at those lower wattages. Steam Deck was always a winner when it came to lower wattages just due to the APU it's using, but we're getting real close here at 15 watts with the ROG Ally. Now, if battery life isn't a concern, going up to 30 watts on the Legion Go will net you 64.47, and on the ROG Ally, 67.11. Next up, we've got a racing game, Forza Horizon 5, and this is the Steam version for all three of these handhelds. 720p low settings FSR set to performance. On the Steam Deck, we netted 69 FPS, nice. On the Legion Go, 76. And the Ally gave us 86 with the same exact settings across the board at 15 watts. I also tested Mortal Kombat 1, and at 15 watts, all three of them really didn't do a great job. We can't hit full speed with this unless we take FSR to ultra performance, and then, I mean, it just looks really bad even on a smaller display. 720p, low settings, FSR set to performance. Steam Deck managed 51 FPS, the Legion Go 56, and the ROG Ally 57. And at 30 watts, with that Z1 Extreme, we can do 60 FPS with it. And the final game I tested was Horizon Zero Dawn. This is one of those games that actually performs really well on lower end APUs. And on the Steam Deck, at 720p medium settings, FSR set to performance, we averaged 65 FPS. On the Legion Go, 68, and the Ally, 75. And of course, we can get much more out of the Go and the Ally by taking that TDP up. So it really looks like at that 15 watt TDP, the OLED Steam Deck and the Ally are kind of trading blows. Sometimes the Ally comes out on top at that lower wattage, but most of the time the Steam Deck will. I mean, we're at 15 watts, that's what we can do with it. Now it's time to take a look at battery life. And again, I will mention it, if you're looking for battery life, the Steam Deck OLED is definitely where it's at. It's actually got a significant gain over the other two. And with all of the battery life tests that I've run, screen brightness is at 100%, and I've disabled RGB on the other two. But in the end, it's really up to you. Not taking in consideration any sales or discounts or anything like that. At retail, Steam Deck OLED does come in at the lowest price. It's got the best screen, best battery life, and in my opinion, the best low watt performance. The Legion Go has a big, high refresh rate display, and I think it's a really good IPS panel that they chose here. Detachable controllers and great high watt performance, which means over 15 watts, yeah, you're going to get some good performance out of this device. And finally, the ROG Ally, awesome high watt performance because Armory Crate, we can actually take it way past 30 watts. Now, it's really up to you if you want to do that or not. As we saw with the benchmarks, we've got some pretty good low watt performance, and it has been getting better since the launch, but it's not matching the OLED Steam Deck by any means across all of the games that I've been testing out. And we've got a really nice 120Hz FreeSync display. So here's the deal, at least for me. Recently, my favorite has been the Steam Deck OLED, and it really comes down to that screen being so beautiful and getting awesome battery life out of it. We're kind of locked at the performance we're going to get out of this because we can't take it above 15 watts, I mean, without a BIOS mod or anything like that. And even then, at 15 watts, we're basically maxing out the clocks on the CPU and GPU for that Steam Deck OLED. But my go-to for the longest time was the ROG Ally, and I still go back to it because there are games that we just can't run at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck that really do need to be run at 60 FPS. In my opinion, fighting games have to run at 60, like Mortal Kombat 1, and it's just not going to do it on the Steam Deck without a bunch of FSR enabled. So if you're looking for the best battery life, best screen, go with the Steam Deck OLED. If you're looking for a big screen device with those detachable controllers, then obviously you'll need to go with the Legion Go. And if you're looking for something with a really nice screen and the ability to kind of take that TDP up to really up the performance, then the ROG Ally would definitely be where it's at. But again, in the end, it's really up to you. You got to weigh all of your options. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you're interested in learning a little more about any of these devices or maybe picking one up, I'll leave links in the description. And if you've got any questions, let me know down below. But that's it for this one. Like always, thanks for watching.
Get the gift you want from Metro, like a new iPhone 12 with 5G for $99.99 and no active.
Hey, what's going on everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Steam Deck OLED Special Edition. Over here on the channel, we have reviewed the Steam Deck OLED, but not the Special Edition version. Valve was actually kind enough to send over an earlier Steam Deck OLED, and we've done several videos on it. But as soon as I saw they had a limited edition, I knew I had to get my hands on it, and I put my order in as soon as possible. Now before we get started here, I do want to mention that performance between the base OLED Steam Deck and the Special Edition is going to be the same. We don't have a more powerful unit here. In my opinion, we just have a better looking unit. And I wanted to see if they did change this power brick out. I don't think so. And nope. Not a Special Edition power adapter or anything like that. We've got the same 45 watt you'll get in the base OLED. Now with the special edition, we do get that anti-glare glass and a 1TB M.2 SSD. Packaging is a bit different, as you can see, limited edition printed on it. And this version does come in a bit more expensive than the 1TB version of the OLED. I believe the base 1TB version is $649. This is $679, so you will be paying kind of a premium for a different look. But let me try to get this out. And these tear strips on these Steam Decks never work, as you can see. Just can never get a clean rip on it. So we'll just go ahead and get this off. Now, along with the totally different looking Steam Deck, we do get a different case, but I'll tell you, I like the base case a little more. It's actually got the colored OLED logo up top. We do have a transparent case here. It's a on the interior of the special edition. But at 90 Hz with HDR, it's just absolutely beautiful. Forza Horizon 5 here does support HDR. And if you take a look at my performance overlay, we're close.
Alrighty, we are back. I've got to go take this to the kitchen, and we will be going again. I had to eat something. I started watching videos about Steam Deck, so I got a little lost for a while. Yes, I got a Steam Deck. Alright, we'll be right back. Give me just a second. Why didn't you eat your eggs?
I haven't finished the other yet.
Oh, maybe next to you. I thought we bought some Coke.
Yeah, it's back behind some food.
Alright. You can see the messy bed behind us. Oh well. Why do I make the bed? Because I don't want to, because I'm probably going to crawl back in and take a nap in about an hour or two. Alright. Alright, so I need to do whatever this is. Oh, that's right. I bet I'm out of food, yeah. Shit. so also got this guild left to do. I wonder if I can get any food here. Something cheap. See, what is the critical hit dexterity? That's spell speed, not skill speed. So I will go for some gold cards. I'm gonna just buy 5. There. Now I'm getting tired. Had to have been COVID. Alright, so continue and I will suffer a penalty. Well, you know what? I'm just going to wait on this thing. I didn't feel like doing it anyway. So, I've done that one. I need to do that one. But I'm thinking of taking a break. So I think that's what I'll do. We'll be back later on. At least I didn't eat my food there to get going. I just got so tired all of a sudden of this stupid thing. Alright. We'll be back maybe later tonight. We'll just kind of have to see how it's going. I'm still trying to get over this bug. Sucks. Alright.